Let's get a quick take on Colorado's marijuana sales reaching $1 billion, that's billion with a B, as of August of 2017, including revenue spent both on medical and recreational marijuana. The numbers have grown at a faster rate compared to the same time last year. Patty Calhoun from Westward, the growth of marijuana is no strange topic for you, but now that we've gotten to that magic word of billion, is this going to turn more heads? Is this going to make a difference?
Well, yes, it certainly made a difference at my office, and we thank you all for spending that money. It's 2 months earlier than last year when we hit $1 billion, which is interesting when you've got Nevada on sales, you've got California sales starting, you've got Washington and Oregon much more ramped up than they were. So the interest in consuming marijuana in one form or another, for one reason or another, is certainly growing, and it doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon.
David Copel from the Independence Institute and DU Law School. When we see numbers like this happening in August and billions, that's a big number. Do you think this pushes some cities to reconsider that they're missing the boat here?
No, because I think they've made a decision. They knew right from the start that they were giving up sales tax and other revenue, and they made a decision based on their view of quality of life, as our Colorado Constitution protects their autonomy in choosing to do that. And I think we should, that's the right path to do. Cities like Denver or Boulder are making a lot of money from taxes, but if Greenwood Village doesn't want to do that, they don't have to. I think that's fair. I'm not sure, remember this was almost all of it likely in the underground economy before. There may well have been $1 billion business, in fact even more than that, because the risk premiums when it was illegal. So it's just been brought into the sunshine where it can be, among other things, regulated heavily and very heavily taxed with over $150 million in tax revenues.
Eric Sonner, political analyst. When you see headlines like this, maybe the cities may not reconsider here in Colorado. I can understand that. But does it get other attention in states that are not among the 33 who have already legalized some form of marijuana, saying that's a lot of money?
I think it might. I think it has hit a tipping point when you have 33 states. There'll always be some outliers that all 17 are not going to follow, but some more will follow. I track a direct correlation between this billion-dollar news and the upgrades we've seen in Patty's wardrobe, the black sweater I hear about a week ago and whatever. I think there's a direct correlation there. I mean, real quickly, I think there are three things driving here. One is Colorado's population is growing. There are more consumers here. Two, the demographics of that population are changing. Again, more consumers. And three, it is that tipping point. It is an economic boon to the state. There is no question. Whether it is a public health boon, time will tell, and that verdict will not be in for some time.
Penfield Tate rounds out the panel, attorney with QTAC Rock, also a longtime state lawmaker. Is a headline like this a major win for the industry?
I think it is, but the major win is not the headline, it's the subtitle, which is $162 million in sales tax revenues and receipts to local governments. That's the real headline, and that's the real story. The other thing that this story I think is going to drive is, to Eric's point about 33 states having legalized in some fashion, not all 17 will follow, but enough of the 17 will follow. We're reaching the point where it's going to compel the federal government to take a different look at this. We're no longer going to be able to be a country where the federal government treats it as a Schedule I narcotic and a federal offense, and 33 plus states have legalized some fashion of marijuana consumption. It's just not going to last any longer. So Jeff Sessions is going to have to find something else to rant and rave about, but I think this battle is just about done.